Okay, let's talk spring football. Dusty Dvoracek in the house tonight to help us break down the first week of practice. Dusty, let's start with the Sooners. What is your biggest takeaway so far through 1 week?
Well, it's 3 practices, 1 padded, but so far it's the offense is ahead of the defense after 1 week. Again, it's only a week, so let's not put too much into this. Both sides of the ball installing new schemes, techniques, and terminology, but the offense has hit the ground running. I believe a big piece of that is the continuity with quarterback and offensive coordinator. Gabriel is a veteran running this offense, and his understanding has helped that entire side of the ball. It also helps that he seems to be throwing the ball with even more velocity than he had previously at UCF. He had a couple of throws that were wow moments when the staff went back and watched the film earlier today. Offensive line battles in depth will be huge this spring. A few players that have already impressed early. Wanye Morris working at right tackle. He has shown some real improvement from a year ago. TCU transfer Tyler Guyton, another guy that's flashed with his athleticism at left tackle, along with Savion Byrd, work a little bit more inside, showing some physicality. Trayvon West has been a pleasant surprise at receiver, showcased some speed over the top and the ability to break off and run some quality routes. Man, it's great to get back and talk some football, gentlemen.
Dean, what stood out to you about the first week of OU practice?
Well, I've talked to a lot of people in the know. I've just seen the one practice, but it's clear there's a bunch of new sheriffs in town. One is offensive coordinator Jeff Lebby. I've heard a lot about him. I like his demeanor. Being on the rise, I envision him thinking football 24/7. He understands in-game adjustments are pivotal. Lebby preaches fast, fearless, physical. It all leads, in my mind, to explosiveness. And as Dusty said, signing quarterback Dylan Gabriel, perfect. 26 starts. You know, they know each other and the system. He's got a shiny pedigree. He signed here and learned tons, and then he learned under ace offensive minds Art Briles, Josh Heupel, and Lane Kiffin. Keys to his offense, playing as fast or faster than Sam Bradford's Sooners. It requires the offense to outcondition all defenses and for every player to know tons about what's going on and keep his head in the game. 2, Lebby will use the entire field, spreading receivers sideline to sideline, looking to create space. Tons of timing needed and a happy hour bar full of skill players. 3, run game imperative. Backs can use that space created at the second level. The outside stretch play uses both the guards pulling. He uses backside quite a bit of the field. Wide splits, another way to create space. Really, my question, one of the questions, are OU's backs good enough for Lebby's scheme? We're going to find out. I think they probably will be, but I'm not certain.
It's a good question. Dusty, what else has caught your eye so far?
Well, we got to go to the other side of the football, right, John? It's the defense, and the new-look defense has got a lot of newness to it, and there's a quick realization there's going to be a bit of a learning curve on that side of the ball. Back to more of a 4-man front, a lot of different techniques to learn across the board. I love seeing the front have the chance to play more base than they have played recently. Look, Coach Venables has an excellent scheme, but mentally, there's a lot that goes into it for the back 7. I expect we'll see that side of the ball only improve throughout spring practice with more reps. The defense has shown to be a willing group to put the work in to be great. And as they get more confident in the scheme, that should be more on display. The product still has a ways to go, but I like where the mindset and mentality of this defense is, Dean.
Well, you know, Dusty, my biggest takeaway after seeing that practice doesn't have anything to do with talent or the schemes. It's something told to me with conviction by someone you'd know, straight shooter, quite a player in his day. He told me he'd been involved in the program a few years, quote, but I never would put my name on it, wasn't proud of it, but I do now, end quote. I asked him why, and he said, finally, these young guys are learning accountability, and they're now really being coached. Bingo! Remember after those lackluster wins, coming away saying, something's not right? There's your answer. Some aloofness, arrogance, and it was largely attributable to that. Anemic accountability and championship. You got to have championship coaching to get there. With an overabundance of arrogance and aloofness, that kills you. Now these guys still have to recruit and sign the best talent that NIL doesn't buy. But welcome back. Personal responsibility and purposeful coaching. Teams don't become champs without both of those things.